All right, man. Shalom, shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. All right, it's your brother Yahweh call from GMS Orlando, and I just wanted to do this video through the spirit. I was watching a video by the elder Kazaki Allah. He was touching on, I forgot the title of the video, but it was something along the lines of Eve, the women having a problem with the Israelite man having multiple wives, you know. And I got through a few minutes of the video, and immediately, like I said, which is where I got the title from, you know, because he made that statement in the video, and the spirit immediately hit me to do this, you know, because you see, you know, one of many things. A big what do you call it, stumbling block, especially when it comes to a lot of women, and hell, even for a lot of men, believe it or not, you know, because you know you got a whole culture of simp culture, you know, a bunch of simp beta dudes, you know, basically wrapped around these women, man, you know. But you see, you know, these things being taught by Esau Edom, all right, which, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai created this devil to be completely opposite to him, all right. So with that being said, you know, a lot of Jake, and we were all there at one point, you know, because we just knew there was just something in our spirit that didn't. There was just this void that needed to be filled. You know, Jake growing up in this unnatural habitat. All right, this is an unfamiliar, unnatural habitat for the Israelites, and especially when it comes to the Israelite man. You know, and Jake, they feel that in their spirit, because by nature, and the scriptures say, we are a lively people. All right, you know, we are a lively people. You know, because we were created in the Heavenly Father's image, and the Heavenly Father, Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, is all about life. As a matter of fact, that was one of the first commandments given to man, starting with Adam. All right, you know, to be fruitful, and to multiply. So you see, Yahweh Shema Shai, when it comes to His laws, His statutes, His commandments, everything produces life. All right. Everything produces life when it comes to Yahweh Shema Shai. Everything is about life, you know. But due to sin, because we sin, and you know, sin came into the world, starting with Adam. All right, and this is what we see today. You know, everything is just of a deaf culture. Everything in this society of this world is just in a dead state. You know, it's just everything is just in a dead state. I'm going to start off with this real quick in Proverbs. Proverbs 11 and 19. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. So you see, righteousness tends to life. The law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai, it's not a burden, you know. It wasn't like the Lord gave us laws. It's not like the Lord gave us a way of living to be a bully or to be mean or whatever. No. You know, we understand now why the Lord told us not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, not to be sleeping around with other men's wives. All right, why a woman should really, she should only be intimate with one man. We see why the Lord set these things up. You know, because everything that the Lord promotes, it produces life. It produces life. You see, but again, under the inhabitants of this wicked, this damn devil, man, you know, everything in the society is dead. Because that's what Esau is, you know. He is the mirror of death, the harbinger of death. Everywhere he goes, that's all he does. He produces death. We get this in Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So you see, because the whole earth is sick. The whole earth is sick, man. Like I said, everything is dead. You know, everything is dead. You know how, let's say you go to the grocery store, you know, you go to the grocery store and they got the doors that automatically open. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how everything's supposed to be. Everything's just supposed to be alive. You know, everything is just supposed to be alive, livid. You know, you go to the grocery store and those automatic doors, they just open up as soon as you walk up. It's almost like, you know, sometimes you think you have spiritual power, man. But that's how it's supposed to be. All right, everything. That's how everything is supposed to be. Everything is supposed to be vibrancy, alive, flourishing. But this is this is, you know, I'm sitting in this parking lot, man, and you know, got these trees, and you know, everything is fake. Everything is GMO. Everything's decrepit. You know, these fake trees, which when you read in Isaiah 14, man, it tells you how even the fir trees are going to rejoice, man. Because Esau, all he does is just destroys everything. Everything that Esau does, everywhere he goes, he promotes death. You know? Reading on, it says, Isaiah 24:5 again. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And you see Esau, all right? You know, like I said, everything that Yahweh Shemashah promotes, Esau, he destroys. You know, he's in total opposition of Yahweh Shemashah. You know, there's a precept, tip of my tongue. See if I can find this real quick. Bear with me. Because since I read that, yeah, I'm gonna go to this, 2 Thessalonians 2. 2 Thessalonians 2. Let's start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, perdition meaning perdition, going into being set aside for destruction. All right, and again, Esau, he is the perfect mirror of destruction, death. That's all he promotes, is a death culture. You know, as much as they want to, you know, shed this negative light, and this is why you hear us say so-called blacks, because we're not black. That was a constructive, what do you call it? I forgot the term for it, but basically that was a term Esau came up with. All right, because typically when you think of something black, you think of something that's negative, void of basically void of light. Typically, whenever you see something black or think about black, you think negative. You see, which I often say, you know, because in reality, we're the real white people, which white goes into righteousness, purity. All right, so that's why you hear us say, when we refer to Esau as the so-called white man, and we're not black. You hear us say we're, you know, when it comes to Negroes, you know, so-called black. All right, you know, because these are terms Esau came up with, because well, like it says, because again, that son of perdition, right? Esau, he was set aside for destruction. You know, set aside for destruction. Like I said, the Lord did set Esau up to be contrary to him. The Lord set Esau up just to destroy him, believe it or not. Because again, Esau, he is the complete opposite of Yahweh Shemashah. You know, and that's how the Lord created everything. You know, we're dealing with a power that deals with duality. All right, a balance, perfect balance. You know, because like I said, in reality, we're the real white people. All right, Esau, he's the real nigga. He's the real black people. They are the real black people. Because I was going to make a point going back into this. Esau puts this negative light on our people. You know, this thug life. You know, they paint us out to be the thugs and, you know, niggas and this and that. When he's the real nigga. He's the original thug. You know, let me get a quick example, and I'm going to come back to this. In Genesis 4. Genesis 4, now this is going into the descendants of Cain. All right, the offspring of Cain, which we know Cain, Abel and Cain came back as Jacob and Esau. All right, so that spirit that was in Cain is that the same spirit that's in Esau today. All right, so going into the offspring of Cain, Genesis 4. Genesis 4, to make a quick point, start at verse 19. Matter of fact, that's not it. I'm gonna jump down. Yeah, Genesis 4. Yeah, verse 19. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. And Adah bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. So, you know, because who does this today? Who picked up on these traits today? You know, our people. But who started this shit? Esau. And what am I talking about? You know, who brags about killing their own people, sleeping with the you know, the brothers' wives, you know, committing adultery? Who does that? Our people, 2/3, the degenerates. You know, Jake brags about killing their own people. Well, where did they get this from? They got this from Esau, man. Because he's the original thug. He's the original nigga. You know, like I also be saying sometimes, because, you know, Esau, he's starting what it feels like. He's starting to feel what it feels like to be a nigga. You know, dealing with them curses and whatnot. But he's the original nigga anyway. So if anything, it's just welcome home, Esau. He's the original nigga. He's the original thug. All right. You see, because again, here Lamech was bragging about killing another man. Rap song, you know. That's, like I said, that's what they glorifying. You know, rap songs, killing one another and whatnot. You know. So going back to this, and again, man, that's that spirit that Esau, he's pushing our people. All right, just this death culture. Matter of fact, let me go to this. I'm gonna go to this in Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf. So that's the point. All right, he is as deaf. Everywhere he goes, you know, everything that he does is just death. Death follows. You know, the harbinger of death. This is what he produces. Death. You know, he can't help it. That's just how the Lord created him. You know, he is as deaf. That's all he promotes. That's all he pushes. You know. Going back to this now. Because, you know, the elder Kazaki Allah, he was making some points in his video. So like I said, you know, through the spirit, that's what inspired me to do this. All right. Because like the scriptures say, you know, roughly paraphrasing, you know, wisdom, you know, it makes us mad, man. You know, it makes us bitter. Because we see how it's supposed to be. Or we understand how it's supposed to be versus how we're living. And it makes us bitter. You know, it makes us bitter. Knowing how it's supposed to be. Because like I said, this so-called life that we live, this isn't life. This is a living. All right. You know, and that's what we're seeking for. We're seeking for the natural way of life. All right. How it's supposed to be. there's going to come a time when, you know, we're in the kingdom, you know, and we're just going to be looking back like, this is how it's supposed to be, you know. This is how it's supposed to be. As I always say, from sighing of grief, you know, we catch hell, we're bitter, right? So on and so forth. But it's going to go from sign of grief to sign of relief. Brothers are going to be able to drop their shoulder and just, you know, relief. And just look back and just, this is how it's supposed to be. You know? And we're actually able to live, enjoy life. The Lord created the earth to be enjoyed. We can't do that on the side. You know, we can't do that on the side, man. You know, because like the elder Kazak Ya'ala, man, he was making those points like, you know, especially when it comes to Eve. And even a lot of these, like I said, this simp culture, man, you know, all these beta dudes, man, because they have a feminine vibration on them, you know. Because, you know, this whole way of living, so-called living, is this is not for the Israelites, especially for the Israelite man. This whole way of so-called living is not for, this ain't it. You know, this ain't it. You know, and going back to the point that Elder was making, like, especially when it comes to Eve, man, you know, Eve, they got a problem with, you know, brothers dealing with multiple wives. You know, guarantee you, hey, in the kingdom, you're not gonna have that problem, because once our bodies are changed, and you're in your right mindset. Matter of fact, let's get this. Isaiah. Matter of fact, this is it. Isaiah 60 and 21. Isaiah 60 and 21. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. So all Israel's going to be righteous. The Wadi Halabashmal Shah, even 2/3 when they come back. You know, even 2/3 when they come back. You know, it is going to be a beautiful thing, man. You know, because like I said, even on this side, we can't enjoy anything. It's like Jay can't get a break out here, man. You know, these women are out of order. These children are out of order. Everything is just a vexation. It's literal oppression on all sides. But the time's going to come, we're going to be able to actually enjoy our wives. Our women are going to be for us. They're going to actually be our women. You know, I think about it all the time. Going to the high holiday events. You know, brother might go to another brother's, you know, mansion, palace, or whatever. You know, a brother might go to another brother's planet, another brother's galaxy. You know, and listen, man, it's going to be all good. Brothers ain't going to be looking at other brothers' wives in lust, right? Brothers' wives ain't going to be looking at other brothers in lust. You know, we're going to be able to, you know, the high holiday events. Brothers are going to be able to bring their families, man. And like I said, our women, they're going to be for us. They're not going to have any eyes for any other brothers but us. They're going to actually be for us. They're going to actually be our wives, our children. We're going to be able to enjoy our children. You know, Jacob's just going to, and seeing that peace of mind, just that commonwealth, you know, all Israel is going to be good. You know, the 2/3 that come back, man, you know, because again, the Lord, he's all about life and the promotion of life, flourishing, man. Everything in this world, in this society right now is dead. It's in a dead state, you know. But that was the point there, because like I said, thy people also shall be all righteous. So you see, you women, you complain about men having, or even being able, the fact that a man is able to have more than one wife, deal with multiple women, you know, you make a big deal about it. But the time's going to come, you're going to be looking back like, damn, I was tripping, you know. And I guarantee you, and this is something that I tell my demon from time to time, you know, like, hey, the time's going to come where basically you're going to have those regrets, you know. And in fact, because, you know, some brothers talking about how, hey, you know, the time is coming, you know, Isaiah 4:1, all right, it's going to happen naturally, you know. Now, however that plays out for, you know, brothers individually, it's going to play out naturally, because, you know, some brothers often talk about sometimes, hey, you know, the time's going to come when, hey, you know, a brother's going to bring a woman to the house, and that's just going to be what it is. you know? And if she's with it, then cool. If she's not, then whatever, whatever. You know, on to the next. But I'm to a point, I feel, just speaking as a man, like I don't have to go out. I'm not gonna have to go out my way, you know, because I believe the time is gonna come if I be one of those men that, hey, they're gonna be coming to me, and I'm so confident in this thing. My demon, she's gonna be, and I tell her straight up, you're gonna be bringing them to me. I'll tell her straight up, you're gonna be bringing the women to me. There's no need for me to go out and, you know, you're gonna be bringing it to me, bringing them to me, you know. Because like I said, you know, just having that mindset, you know, which again, matter of fact, let me go to this. I'm going to get this Philippians, but I want to go back to this to finish this off. Back in 2 Thessalonians 3. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3 again. Let no man, slack it, verse 4. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High. So again, all right, everything that Esau is about is in direct opposition of Yahweh Shema Shai. Yahweh Shema Shai is about life. Esau, he promotes death. All right, he promotes death. And our people, and especially these women, they picked up on this mindset. They're covered in this mindset. They think the way that Esau thinks. Monogamy. When has that ever worked? You know, and that's another thing. You know, the whole white picket fence, you know, with the you know, got the two kids and the dog and the white picket fence, you know, married to one woman, you know, the so-called American dream. That shit doesn't work for us. Jake be trying to chase that shit. That shit doesn't work for us because it's unnatural. You're trying to chase Esau's gift, you know, which it doesn't even work for him, for real like that. But that's totally unnatural for Israelites. That's totally unnatural, man. That shit doesn't work for us. You know, it's just in a man's nature to have multiple women. Hell, even the animal kingdom teaches you that. Oftentimes, a male creature has multiple. You know, like the lion, he has multiple lionesses. You know, so on and so forth, man. You know, nature even tells you that. But this man, you know, he's in direct opposition of Yahweh Shema Shai. You see, now I'm gonna go to this in Philippians 3 and 21. It says, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able to even to subdue all things unto himself. So let's bring that out to say again, because you know, a lot of things, especially when it comes to the whole men having multiple women. And you know, women, that's a major stumbling block for a lot of women. You're not going to have that guarantee. You're not going to have that mindset in the kingdom. All right, because hey, our body's going to be changed. You know, our body's going to change, and that's going to come with a different mindset. All right, our whole mindset is going to be changed, which that starts now. You know, that process has already begun within the elect men. All right. Because Lord willing, where that number, the kingdom starts with us. All right. But hey, you women are going to be changed too. Believe it or not. You women are going to be changed. You know. You women are going to be changed. You know. And with that being said, your mindset is going to be changed as well. You're not going to be tripping about, you know, your husband having multiple wives. You're going to be bringing wives to him. And concubines. Guaranteed. You know. I guarantee you. You women, there's going to come a time, there's going to come a point where it's just like, damn, I was tripping about that. You know, I was really tripping about my man having multiple women. You know, it doesn't seem like it now, but you know, hey, I ain't got much, but I could bet my top my last dollar on it. You know, I could bet my last dollar on it, man. You know, but like I said, just with everything in general, man, you know, the time's gonna come. We're just gonna be looking back like, man, this is how it's supposed to be, man. This is how it's supposed to be, because the Lord, he has to get rid of this cancer, man. He has to pluck this cancer from the root. All right. You know, he has to pluck this cancer from the root, man, from the source. And then from there, hey, You know, the natural way of living is going to be established on the earth. All right, like it tells in Ecclesiasticus, you know, the world has got weaker through age because of sin. You know, the world has gotten weaker, man. You know, but the time's going to come, the earth is going to be able to yield her fruit again. She's going to get her strength back, her beauty back, her youth back. You know, for brothers and sisters, you're going to get your strength back, your beauty back, your youth back. And it's going to be like that forever. You know, because again, in this culture, in this society, everything looks forward to death. You die in this society, you look forward to death. You know, there's a point in our lives where we get to our peak. Right now, you know, a lot of us, for the most part, the majority of us, we're still young men, but we're past our prime, and that's sad to say because, like I said, we're still young men. You know, we're still young men. You know, some brothers deal with all type of issues. You know, testosterone issues. You know, brothers have issues. You know, erectile dysfunction and all type of stuff. It shouldn't be like that. Women, you know, having all type of issues when it comes to, you know, giving birth and, you know, and it's not supposed to be like this. Like I said, there's a point in our lives when we get to our peak, and then from there we just, you know, we start to fall apart. We start to decay. There's a point where we're at our strongest, at our best, and then we start to decline. Well, in the kingdom, we're just gonna be our best forever, and we're never gonna get old or nothing. We're just gonna be good. We're just gonna be at our best forever. And it's like, don't you Jakes want that? Does it, you know? Don't you want that, Jake? You just want to, you know, man. You know, that's why, again, you know, those new bodies, man, we're going to get those new bodies. And with that, hey, you know, mindset is going to be changed. And that's going to be for all Israel, every Israelite. You know, seeing the 2/3 come back, man, that's going to be a joyous thing. That's going to be the beautiful thing. The 2/3 being reborn, coming back, man. Call Allah Yahweh Shemal Shai. Babies ain't going to be crying because, you know, in this kingdom, you know, a baby has a child, a baby has to come from the spiritual realm back into this bullshit. This is why babies, when they come on the earth, they're crying. You know, they don't want to be here, and you can't blame them. You know, babies always crying. You know, always crying because they don't want to be here. They were just in the spiritual realm. It's like, why I got to be here? But in the kingdom air, baby's going to be laughing, and, you know, we can only imagine right now. But our babies, man, they're going to be laughing. There'll be joy. You know, babies are going to be smiling. No teeth, you know, cute little chunky cheeks and whatnot, man. You know, like I said, man, this is the natural way of life and how it's supposed to be, man. Hey, man, the time's going to come where it's just going to be like, man, this is how it's supposed to be, man. You know, the Wadi How about Shemal Shai, man. This is how it's supposed to be. You know, this is how it's supposed to be. You know, women aren't because due to the curses, hey, women, you know, women, you know, when they give birth, man, it's a painful thing. You know, it's an uncertain thing because you don't know. Hey, you know, it's just the case with some women, they don't make it, you know, or the baby might not make it. You know, some women, some mothers, they died during childbirth. You know, like I said, it's a painful process, but in the kingdom, it's not gonna be like that. You know, hell, again, even the animal kingdom shows you that. You know, when animals give birth, you know, it's not a painful thing. You know, it's just like taking one big, you know, one big dump. You know, just one, you know, a few good pushes and the baby's there. Well, that's coming back to you, Eve. All right, natural births, no C-sections, no epidural or nothing like that, man. It's gonna be natural. You know, it's gonna be natural. Like I said, it's gonna be beautiful. You know, like I said, man, just, you know, when it comes to the natural way of life and living, man, because this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. Like I said, man, the time's gonna come when we're just gonna sit back and we're just like, man, this is how it's supposed to be. Because Jake knows this ain't it, man. Even 2/3 in their spirit, they know this ain't it. Even 2/3 know this is not it. You know, now unfortunately for them, they haven't been called. All right, because Jake is seeking. You know, Jake is inquiring. But like I said, unfortunately for them, it's just not for them. That's only for the hopefully elect. You know, but that's what we look forward to, man. Life. All right, everything's gonna be natural. You know, eating real foods, drinking real water. You know, water's supposed to have a natural taste to it, man. You know, this shit that we drink today is chemical. Like I said, everything is GMO. We're gonna be able to see air, man. Taste, feel air, real air at that, not polluted, no chemtrails. You know, gonna be able to see colors, taste, feel colors. Like it's gonna be beyond our imagination, man. It's gonna be far-fetched. It's gonna be far-fetched, man. But that's what we're seeking for, man. We the natural way of life and how it's supposed to be, how things are supposed to be done, you know, versus how it is now. This is why, like I quoted, all right, you know, wisdom. it causes us to be bitter. The more we grow in wisdom, the more we grieve, because we understand how it's supposed to be versus how it is. Because this is not it, man. This is totally unnatural. It's not natural whatsoever. You know, but the time is coming, man. The time is coming. You know, the Lord willing, this was edifying. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, others, great millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Lord willing, get to the next one.